Hey guys, Decab13 here, and welcome back to some more Let's Play Fate Grand Order. So in the last episode, we finished off the 5th Singularity, and now we're going to be taking on the 6th Singularity, the one I'm sure everyone's been looking forward to me taking on, Camelot. Well, I did a couple things off screen. Today is actually January 1st that I'm recording this, so I've done the GSSR rolls, and I've actually done quite a few rolls for Hokusai. To no avail. Spoiler alert. I didn't get her on this. I got her on my personal, but not here. So yeah, let me show off what I've got. So I rolled the GSSR on the Cavalry class, along with the Alter Ego and Foreigner banner. I was hoping to get Jack, but what I got instead, I really am happy with. I got Waver, so that's really good for this account. I have something that's just universal support. Incredible to have. I'm sure he's going to be a boon for as long as I'm playing this still. I also wound up getting another 5-star when I was rolling for Hokusai, as you can see here. I got Artoria Saber. Probably not going to use her, but you know, got a 5-star at least. I got Holmes up to his max ascension, and I gave him foes to increase his stats a bit. I got Orion up to her 3rd ascension, and I did the same thing with her, gave her foes. I got Punish the Unfaithful to level 4, Grace of the Goddess up to level 2, so that should help us a little bit in terms of damage with, you know, fighting a certain gorilla in the desert. As you can see from my rolls, I also ended up getting a copy of Rama. Who else was new? I got a copy of the Caster of Okeanos. I got a copy of the Berserker of El Dorado as well. I also got NP2 Ibaraki from the rolls. I got NP2 Assassin of the Nightless City, NP2 Nito. Oh, and I got NP2 Atalante as well. So yeah, got a couple servants at NP2, which is pretty good. But yeah, I think we have some decent enough stuff going into Camelot. So I say, let us get started. I'm still dreading this, no matter how much I try to hype myself up for it. So that's why I've awakened you. You understand the situation, don't you? Oh, right. Of course. I understand. We have no way of knowing what has become of the world. However, that which I must accomplish is still here in my hand. Mind, body, and soul, the Holy Trinity, all of which have worn out during your long exile. Very well. I shall grant a sinner's promise. Know that this is your one last chance. But let's be perfectly clear, okay? Regardless of the result of this upcoming battle, you will die. Your soul exhausted, ousted from the cycle of reincarnation, your existence will fall into the void. Even then, do you still strive for the end of your journey? I put strength in my broken knees. I've moved my left arm, now thin as a twig. He is right. I am nothing but ash. I can barely lift a finger with this exhausted body. I hardly have any soul left either. I've burned it all as fuel to move my broken body. And my mind, it's worn out just like my body and soul. I no longer have any of it left. Nay, that alone shall not be the case. My mind, my will, they remain loyal to my king and his glory. I see. So you've decided to take a stand. Then take this. It's my parting gift to you. The place you will travel to is a hypothetical. A place standing at the edge of the world where chivalry is striving to be perfected. You shall face your former allies. You shall face the sin you've committed. Even so, the light in that hand shall never dwindle. Why, you ask? Because I came to my senses, I was already in this foreign land. The arid earth, the raging winds, the scorching atmosphere, all without signs of life. So long have I journeyed. No, it would be arrogant to call this a journey. Ooh, sorry, I had to yawn. It's like I've been wandering around all this time. As I wandered, I saw numerous worlds. Some worlds were beautiful, others ugly. Yet I've never known a hell like this. It brings to mind my own impoverished homeland. But isn't that a bitter thought? Compared to what I am witnessing, my homeland could be considered quite prosperous. I see. So this is the end of the journey that I was granted. I take a step onto the sandy earth. No matter what I must sacrifice, this time I will. This time for sure. I will kill my king with my own hands. I woke up at the same time again today. I checked my temperature. I checked my 5 senses. I said my name out loud so I could understand it objectively. Mashed Curelite. That was the name they gave me. A human being. Hello, nice to meet you, Summon Experiment number 2. Oh, no, that won't do. Starting today, I should call you by your proper name. Don't worry, I've already stopped the recorders. Hello, Mashed Curelite. I'm Romani Archiman. From now on, I'll be your primary physician. Oh, is it alright if I take a seat here? Since that was unprecedented, my words and actions were delayed. No doctor has ever entered this room before. The reasoning was that it was sufficient to speak through the glass. Oh, is that right? To be able to convey your feelings even through glass. Chaldea is very advanced indeed. But I'm still quite an amateur. I can't have a proper conversation unless I talk to people directly like this. So please, don't hesitate to tell me what you think or feel. I want you to tell me all kinds of things. Communication is the best way to achieve mutual understanding. You can acquire far more information and feel someone else's warmth, right? I see, I nodded. Indeed, more information can be acquired this way than through glass. The manner in which someone speaks, their gaze, temperature, scent, mannerisms, all things I have never experienced before. If such interactions are deemed human-like, for the first time I responded in a human-like fashion by agreeing to his proposal. Hello, and nice to meet you, Dr. Romani. Oh, about that. I don't like the name Romani, see? And the name Archiman is a bit pretentious. I'd like you to call me Roman. Dr. Roman. Sounds good, huh? I know the word Roman may stem from Romanticism. It means to observe the world not by reason or logic, but to observe it spiritually, subjectively. The definition of the word changes from person to person. Even so, if I had to explain it, it is the philosophy of imagining a good future, the sense of fulfillment when living one's own life. Unlike my allotted period of activation, which is a detailed and efficient schedule. Perhaps the hopeful observation that tomorrow holds many possibilities is what the word is trying to express. Oh my, that's quite a serious opinion you've got there. You sound like a senpai character from a Japanese comic. Oh man, why is it when I see this line I just think, you're like... It's like something out of one of my Japanese animes, or whatever the fuck Otacon says. Oh, it's like something out of one of my Japanese animes. Damn it, Dr. Roman. Oh, but that should be okay. You've been in Chaldea a lot longer than I have, so that would make you the senpai. It's rather pathetic, actually. Though I am the head of the medical department. For the longest time, I didn't even know this section existed. I am truly sorry. Dr. Roman apologized to me for no reason. What a mysterious person. Also, he was wrong. The Japanese terms senpai and kohai are similar to that of a teacher and student. However, I have yet to learn a single thing from the doctor. Since my knowledge was
was input from Sheba, that will make Sheba my senpai in terms of knowledge. And so when it comes to knowledge and information within Chaldea, I am the Kohai. Aside from that, though it may be impossible, if I had a senpai in life, it would be someone inherently human and of average status. Not the best, but a normal person who strives to do their best. I think it would be someone who doesn't hurt others and never gives up. An upright human being. After all, that's the kind of person I was modeled after when given life.
I see. You're right. Not many people like that exist here in Chaldea. The staff here is made up of freaky geniuses. There isn't anything normal or average about them. Well, good and bad, normal or not, I guess all that makes up what it means to be human. I'm sure one day you'll find a senpai that you can truly rely on.
The doctor's words left a really strong impression on me. A senpai that I could truly rely on. To imagine such a future made my eyes flicker with hope. A future filled with romance.
Alright then. Once again, nice to meet you, Mash. Let's try to make this a lasting relationship.
Sure, I answered. I'm a designer baby created for experimental purposes. Therefore, my lifespan is predetermined. I have been in operation for more than 10 years. If my surgery succeeds, I can live for a few more years. Oh, I am very happy. After all, I get to have self-awareness for that much longer.
There you have it. That's as much as I can disclose about MASH. Chaldea is an organization listed under the United Nations, yes. But it's actually also a research facility for the Mages Association. For the Animasphere family. In the name of safeguarding humanity's future, they carried out numerous unethical experiments. Namely, fusing a heroic spirit in a human. The demi-servant experiments. As you must know yourself, despite being used as familiars, heroic spirits are superhuman entities. They could never kill their masters and return. They could even kill their masters and return to the throne of heroes if they so desired. You could hardly call them safe weapons. As such, the previous director looked for a more reliable way to harness their power. Normally, you would use relics related to them as catalysts for summoning, but Chaldea used human children instead. Children possessing not only magical circuits fit to summon heroic spirits, but also innocent souls. Using this method, Chaldea wanted to fuse heroic spirits with children and turn them into humans. Owing to this concept, the previous director secretly created children by artificial insemination in Chaldea. That was over 10 years ago, at the turn of the 21st century. That was also how Mash was born. She's a human created through artificial insemination, through DNA manipulation. In terms of being created, you could say she's similar to Homunculus. However, fundamentally, she's just a human with excellent magical circuits. Please make no mistake about that. I'm also sure Mash doesn't want John to have the wrong idea about her. Of course, I wouldn't do that. You're right. It was stupid of me to assume that. Anyway, several years after Mash's birth, they conducted the fusion experiment. Director Olga Marie said the experiment failed. No, the summoning itself was successful. A heroic spirit was summoned within Mash. That was the second heroic spirit summoned by Chaldea. However, the heroic spirit did not awaken. It must have been a noble heroic spirit. They didn't want to acknowledge Chaldea's, the previous director's, actions. Should I depart, the girl will die. Therefore, I will not leave, nor will I awaken. Mash proved that humans can fuse with heroic spirits, but at the same time proved how unethical those fusions can be. Even when they're anti-heroes, heroic spirits reject being fused with humans for some reason. And so the fusion experiments were aborted, and a year later, the previous director was found dead in his office. It was ruled a suicide based on the circumstances. Marie came here after that. The rest is exactly as you imagine. I somehow got Marie's permission to add Mash to the staff. Even if her heroic spirit never awakened, her capacity as a master is first class. I thought to myself,
I won't let this precious resource go to waste. Initially, Marie was scared. Of course, who can blame her? First, the father she idolized passed away. Then she found out about his cruel experiment. She was so shocked she refused to eat for an entire month. Plus, she was like 30% more hysterical about everything. She was close to a mental breakdown when she took over as director. But the one thing that scared her more than anything, and that was giving freedom to the one successful case of heroic spirit fusion. Since she was already so worried, it was only natural that she was scared of MASH. MASH is going to take revenge on me. She will viciously kill me in the restroom. Why wouldn't she? Marie would scream about that endlessly. However, even as she was consumed by fear, she never once turned her back on MASH. That was her charm. She was so serious about everything. She would never do anything immoral, no matter how much she hated it. Thanks to that, MASH was acknowledged as a human, and given freedom within Chaldea. Of course, her freedom was only allowed within Chaldea. Even though she possessed magical circuits any mage could dream of, her body was too pure. Having been raised in a sterilized room, her body couldn't adapt to the outside world. For as long as she'd remained operational, she'd only be able to live in Chaldea. As long as she remained operational? What makes MASH different from other human beings is her lifespan has been predetermined. The designer babies created by Chaldea mostly ended in failure. MASH was one of the rare survivors. Even so, her cells started to degenerate at a rapid rate. Her physical body won't age any more than it already has, so she won't die of old age. But she'll expire when her life force dries up. One day, suddenly, like a robot running out of batteries.
You knew all that?
Of course I did. I am her primary physician, after all. Sure, her life has a definite end, but the same can be said for all life forms. Life is full of suffering and sorrow. In that regard, we are not so different from MASH. Humans cannot escape their fear of death. Sorry, I'll get back on topic. MASH was then selected as a master candidate, and in a short time, the top candidate of the A-Team. Shortly after that, the light on Chaldeus disappeared. Olga Marie negotiated with the UN, got approval to investigate singularities with masters. That's when the candidates like you were assembled, followed by that incident, where the command room was damaged and you were ray-shifted. It was then that MASH became a demi-servant. That must be the reason she can function in the outside world, albeit only in her ray-shift destination. However, the fundamental problem remains unsolved. By becoming a demi-servant, MASH acquired a more durable body. Even so, her cells have a lifespan. She can remain operational for at most 1 more year. That's what I wanted to tell you. Does MASH know about that? I don't think so. At least no one's spoken to her about it.
Doctor, MASH Curlight's physical adjustment is over. Brainwaves, vitals, everything's normal. She should wake up any time now. What are your instructions? There's no need to put her to sleep again. Once she wakes up, make sure to respect her free will. Understood. We will make preparations accordingly.
Now then, John. I'm sure MASH will come straight here after she wakes up. Before she arrives, I have a favor to ask of you. Please interact with her in the same way you always do. In MASH's eyes, the time you spend as friends has become something irreplaceable. That much is clear just by looking at her brainwave graph since the start of the Grand Order. So I'd like you not to be overly considerate, or worry too much about her. Of course, I'm not going to tell her that I've spoken to you. What do you say, John? Are you any good at acting? Like pretending you're seeing a movie for the first time, even though you saw it already? Are you sure you're okay with that, Doctor? No, I'm not okay. But it's for the best. Yes, that would be the best way to approach this. This is quite a compromise coming from Roman.
Da Vinci? Have you been listening this whole time?
Of course I have. It's you we're talking about, so who knows when you'll chicken out about when talking to MASH. If that were to happen, I'd have to step up. I was planning to tell John everything I knew about MASH myself. But looks like you managed to do that. Thank goodness. You've handled it beautifully. You are currently the head of Chaldea, you know? If you let things get personal and take MASH off the front lines, you'll be facing Uomo Universal, okay? I'm not that naive, you know? I think I know what I must do and accomplish. Well, I might do something I'm not supposed to from time to time. Anyway, this talk about MASH is our secret, John. Make sure she doesn't find out, no matter what. And besides, you know, if humanity itself ends up showing us the right path to take, perhaps there's a reward at the end of that path. A reward that would easily extend MASH's physical lifespan. Or something like that. Now that's something the Holy Grail could be used for, I suppose. Maybe the King of Mages is actually not all that. Maybe we can defeat him without all 7 Grails. If we had just 1 Grail to spare, we could use it on MASH. It's not too much to ask for a happy ending like that, right?
I like that idea.
Yeah, if that's possible. I wonder how... Foe! Sorry I'm late. MASH Curelight, now attending the briefing 27 minutes late. So, you all seem to be having a good time chatting. Is something going on?
MASH, are you feeling okay?
Hey, you shouldn't be running around yet. You need to be getting lots of rest now, MASH.
Oh my, these two are hopeless, I say.
Foe? Senpai? Doctor? Weren't you chatting?
No, these two are just worrywarts. Look how flustered they are just because you passed out the one time.
Oh, right. That. I'm sorry for making you all worry. It was such a long battle, and a war no less. Seems like my body sustained more damage than usual. But as you can see, I've recovered now, so there's no problem. I've gained experience too, so that will come in handy next time.
Next time?
Yes, the staff mentioned that they found the coordinates for the 6th Singularity. Was I mistaken?
Oh my. Should I have enforced a gag rule? Command room staff is so careless. But it's like you said, MASH. Master John, we've pinpointed the 6th Singularity. You and MASH will continue your search for the Holy Grail. Do either of you have any objections? No objections.
Right, me neither. I will obey you, Master. Foe! As you can see, Foe is motivated as well.
I see. Now let's move up the schedule and start the briefing. About the 6th Singularity we've discovered. The era is the 13th century. The location is Jerusalem, known as the Holy Land. To be precise, it's 1273 AD. The Ninth Crusade has just ended, and the Kingdom of Jerusalem has vanished from the face of the earth. The end of the Crusades. The Western nations' withdrawal from Jerusalem has greatly affected the history of mankind. You could say it's an apt time and place to be chosen as a singularity. At least that was the case until yesterday. The truth is, the 6th Singularity was detected before the one in America. Then why wait? But the results from Sheba were just so unstable. The era couldn't be verified, and at times no observation could be carried out. Do you understand? It's not like all we observed was the red color of burning lands. There were times when the light of observation itself disappeared. In other words,
the 6th Singularity doesn't exist on the surface of Chaldeus. That section alone is hollowed out completely.
That's right. This is unprecedented. The 6th Singularity is trying to leave the flow of humanity. All race shifts until now have been battles against Solomon's Holy Grails. Each threatened to disrupt its respective era. This time, the Singularity itself is becoming history that should not exist. If we leave it alone, human history will be severely damaged, independent to the restoration of Solomon's incineration. Thus, the foundation of humanity evaluation of the 6th Singularity is EX, meaning everything about it is unique. Once again, we can't provide much backup from Chaldea. We have no idea what's going on. Are you still willing to go with MASH, John? As always.
Foe!
Alright, let's begin the race shift right away. Get into the coffins, you two. As usual, Da Vinci and I will be in the command room.
Do 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 do. Fa! Hey, what are you doing? Why are you opening the remaining coffin? Huh? What do you mean? I'm going with them. Isn't that what we were talking about now? What part of that made you think that, Da Vinci? He just said you and him were gonna be in the command room. I mean, this is an unprecedented foundation of humanity, EX. John needs the help of a genius.
It's not because you're bored, right?
I'm not bored. I'm only slightly intrigued by the architecture of Jerusalem. My interest is purely artistic, so it's important for mankind. Idiot! I never gave you the go-ahead! Once you ray shift to the Singularity, you can't return to Chaldea until the foundation of humanity is repaired. If something happens, it'll be too late. What'll become of Chaldea? What'll become of Chaldea if something happens to you? Hey, you. I may love myself, but even that remark makes me mad. What Chaldea needs right now is a human. You, Romani. I'm just a carefree servant. Fow! Fow! If you're so insistent, I don't think I can stop you. You are the ideal support for these two. Right. Leave the front lines to me and get yourself a good long rest. Alright, so why don't we head out, John, Mash? Even if the difficulty level is EX, basically it's still 13th century Jerusalem. Jerusalem draws people of many faiths. The battlefield will almost certainly be in the city. And if that's the case, I can do my part and then some. If it's in the city, we won't have to travel far, unlike America. Fow! Yes, I can't wait to taste the local food. Alright, this way please, Fow. Fow! Looks like Mash can communicate with Fow in some way after all. John, we may be out of our element, but our game plan hasn't changed. Find what's causing the disruption in that era and retrieve it, or else destroy it. I don't think Solomon will be around to get in the way, but be especially alert all the same.
Leave it to us.
That's what I like to hear. Alright, ray shift program start. Woohoo! Finally, I'm a member of the Grand Order team in search of the Holy Grail. I'm getting so fired up. Alright, Doctor. See you again in this command room. Thank you for all your concern. Right. Go on then, Mash. Whatever you do, make a journey you won't regret. Unsummon program start. Spiritron conversion start. Ray shift starting in 3, 2, 1. All procedures cleared. Grand Order commencing operation. Sixth Singularity, rank EX, Divine Realm of the Round Table Camelot, the Shining Erkatlan. Oh, here we are. Alright, Sandstorm Desert. Welcomed by the Sand, 1 of 2. Alright, we got Sabers, Assassins, and Archers. Yeah, I think a Berserker would probably be the best thing for this. I'll bring Raiko. Let's see. I mean, I want to bring Holmes no matter what. I should probably switch out someone else, shouldn't I? Let's see. I could bring Orion. Actually. Let's see. Archer, Assassin, and Saber. I mean, an Archer would probably be the best thing to bring. Yeah, fuck it. I'll bring Orion. Let's see. I'm going to take this off of waiver for now. I'm going to give Orion the New Year's CE. Move her out in front. And yeah, that should be okay. So there you have it. Thank you for everything, fellows of the Round Table. Huh? Why is everyone looking so serious all of a sudden? Did I say something wrong? All I said was I'm getting bored of this town, so I'm taking my leave, right?
Of course. In other words, Genjo-sanzo, you just announced that you are breaking away from us.
Why does it have to be like that? I have no intention of becoming your enemy. I mean, I only meant to make a brief stop here. You see, I'm on my way back from Tianju and I have to get back home.
And what I am saying is that we cannot believe that, Genjo-sanzo. You are already a servant, meaning there's no point for you to repeat actions taken when you were alive. You have no reason nor responsibility to go back home. In fact, your home doesn't even exist in this world. So please enlighten me. Where exactly are you going?
Oh, come on, it's nothing material like that. I'm simply following my heart. My purpose is to go home. I am a monk whose worth is in the steps I've spent on my journey, and I get really lonely without my disciples. Yes, I do find this city amazing. It's peaceful, prosperous, beautiful, and no one is hungry. I'm sure that this is what people mean when they speak of utopias.
Thank you very much. Makes us proud to hear you say that. For that very reason, Lady Sanzo, I must ask you, is staying in this castle not an option?
Thank you, Gawain. I love how chivalrous you are to women.
To certain women.
But please let it go. This is just who I am. I'm going to start off by going to the desert. Oh, I'm taking Toto with me, alright? Now then, thank you for everything you've done for me. Bye-bye. Ciao. Zaijan.
And there she goes. How unfortunate. That woman was truly like the sun. Her presence alone lit up the whole place.
Really? I actually feel relieved. Never liked her. So what you gonna do, Agravain? You know no one is supposed to leave the castle without father's approval. Isn't that one of the rules of this round table? Besides, she's a pain in the ass.
I agree with you, Mordred. However, the king has already granted approval. That no one shall stop Genjo-sanzo if she says she is going to leave the castle.
You gotta be kidding. Such a perfect chance to stab her in the back. Ah well, that desert is ruthless. She won't survive by herself. Don't you agree, Triss? Hey, still alive there, you bastard? Pardon me. I wasn't asleep, by the way. Please continue your conversation. Don't mind me.
Yeah, you were totally sleeping, dude.
Also, if you wish to have a conversation about women, you should talk to Lancelot instead. Ah, how very sad indeed. He is the one more experienced with love.
Sir Agravain, as his adjutant, only you can speak to the king directly. Did the king say anything else? About the holy city or about how we are protecting it? Know your place. The king has no words for the likes of you. Only your loyalty is required of you. Yes, Genjo-sanzo is a foreigner. However, she is not the traitor that the Starseer prophesied. That's all. When the foreign star shines, the bond of the White Wall crumbles. The king's power wanes and the divine tower falls. What a beautiful and sad poem. Yes, if it's required of me, I can still go after her now. The king has spoken. Leave Genjo-sanzo be. What you should be worrying about are any foreigners arriving next. The burden of protecting humanity is surely heavy. Soon the last master of this world shall arrive. The king has instructed us not to show disrespect to our guests. However, the king bears the responsibility of shouldering the entire world. We will deal with all the trivialities ourselves. Is that understood, O brave knights of the Round Table? I expect true loyalty from all of you.
Master, please come over here. You'll get blown away if you stand there. Foul, foul, foul! My eyes, my eyes! This can't be Jerusalem. There are sandstorms everywhere. Master Da Vinci, please get behind that boulder. Another gust is coming. Okay, behind those mysterious bones, right? Wow, this is as big as a dragonkins. Anyway, did you get in touch with Roman? He better be working on an apology for this kind of miscalculation. The communication with Chaldea is unstable. I'm sure the doctor is working on resolving it.
Well, this place is ranked EX.
Precisely, Master. Let's assess the situation by ourselves for now. The ray shift was successful. Our target location was supposed to be the 13th century Middle East. However, we ended up in the middle of a sandstorm. Is it common for Jerusalem of this era? We got sent too far into the past. Boy, do I have a special punishment in store for Romani when we get back. Wait. This era. If this is a different era, then... Give me a minute. Let me run over some data. Phone!
That sound just now.
Master, it's a hostile life form. Something's emerging from the sandstorm. Visibility couldn't be worse, but prepare for battle. For now, let's just make sure that we're safe. Okay, leave it to me. I'll show you my omnipotence, my universal wisdom. It's a horrible location for a maiden battle, but hey, think of it this way. The ultimate beauty remains even in a sandstorm. Be dazzled by the secret weapon of the universally gorgeous secretary servant, Da Vinci-chan.
That is many unnecessary titles. You're getting to be a bit like Ellie there, Da Vinci. Oh, but hey, here we go. First battle in Camelot. Oh, I had to take a drink. Oh, cool. 2 gazers. I feel like using... let's just make some stars. Cool. Cool. Yeah, of course, only one of those ended up being a crit. What else is new? You guys like just target Holmes? I'd appreciate that. Alright, let's do this. That's one of them down at least. Alright, we got like 2 turns to do 46,000 because I'm going to use my stun here. There we go. I would like to have more Raikou cards than that. Oh, wait, hold up. Oh, that helps a little bit. Okay, go to the Buster card, please. Yeah, whatever. Well, I still got the crit on the Buster, so it's fine. And I even get the crit on the crit on the Quick. I got it on the 20, but not the 70. That's about right. Cool Soul Eaters too, man. Fuck it, I'm just gonna use her NP here. We have a Saber next. Hey, what the fuck is this Saber? I'm scared. I mean, I should have Orion's NP for that though. Well, close to it anyway. I mean, I doubt I'll kill the, doubt I'm gonna kill these guys right now. Or, maybe I will. Maybe? close. Alright, got one. I know that can, what is it? Stop your NPs. Alright, she got hers. Alright, Fatal Battle, we got... Oh! Yeah, okay, good, I was right to save Orion's shit for this then. That should count as a male enemy. Ally. No, that is not an ally. That is not an ally, John. I forget, is this just evade? And increase crit strength. Eh. Alright. See how much we can do with Tristar Moray. You know. Ooh, that's some really good damage. Yeah. Fucking great. Man, I'm real glad I brought Orion. And we got a Great Knight badge. I have 25 of those already. Alright, let's see. We got Caster and Berserker, so let's bring a rider. I'll bring... Wilden's Drake. I was gonna bring my own, but eh. Let's see, so bring riders. I'll bring Ket. I'll give her... Where is... Yeah, Golden Sumo. Yeah, that should be good. Wait, that last enemy was odd. I couldn't see that well with all the sand, but... Yes, odd indeed. It looked like a golem, but the sandstorm made it hard to tell. What about you, Master? Any idea what it was? It was a knight in armor! A huge knight in armor? I see. It must have been easier to identify enemies from a position overlooking the battlefield. I couldn't see a thing. When you're up close to them, all you can make out in the storm was a silhouette. Wait, more enemies incoming! My whole body's tingling. Something abnormal is on the way here, Master. Foe! Foe! Their numbers are off the charts. That flapping sound in silhouette. It can't be. John, no time to sit around. Our next opponent is without a doubt a powerful one. Yeah, I know what our next opponent is. Something you wouldn't normally find in the deserts of Jerusalem. Oh, fuck this. Oh, this is awful. Huh. It's good that I have this. I should put Drake first. Ah, well. As long as I can fucking get rid of these things. Ow. Oh, Holmes is already half dead. That's not great. Thank you, cats. Ah, it's just his NP gain. Or her. Drake's NP gain, I meant. Come on, I want to get... Ah, so close. Oh, well. Alright, so yeah, we got one of these. I'm gonna use Drake's first, because Drake's is AoE. I mean, I don't think we'll need the defense down with all the fucking attack buffs I have. Alright, so I'll go Golden Wild Hunt, Chukotal, and one of Katz's Busters. I mean, I don't know if this is gonna kill, but it's definitely gonna do a shit ton of fucking damage. God, I'm so happy Drake got an animation update. This NP looks so good. It's so much better than it was before. Alright, Catch. How much you doing? How much you gonna do when you fucking suplex this Sphinx? Only 107? Ugh, that wasn't much as I thought it was gonna be. Alright, well, I think we got it down to like half. Alright, cool. Now Holmes has his NP. Alright, so here's what I'm gonna do. Elementary, my dear, Drake, and then Cats. Maybe we get some more NPs to pop off. Ooh, and I realized this is giving us crit up. We have some good C-stars on those arts cards. Yeah. Oh, don't do that. Of course it gave us defense down. Alright, there we fucking go. Alright, we didn't end up losing anyone somehow. How many scarabs do I have on this? Oh, that's my 15th one. 25 medals and 15 scarabs. Not bad. Are we gonna see after this, or is that just the end of the section? If it's the end of the section, I'm... Okay. Still got a little combo left.
We defeated the giant life form. Except we didn't eliminate it. It only appeared that way. You see, that was among the most powerful kind of demonic beasts. A phantasmal that is perhaps even stronger than Dragonkin. I knew it. So that was indeed a sphinx. A divine beast from ancient Egypt that has a man's face and a lion's body. Yeah, the damage we inflicted was nothing more than a yawn to such a creature. It'll recover in the blink of an eye. Let's get out of here. It's too tough to go up against a sphinx by ourselves. But where can we go? I wish we could get some kind of data from the doctor about this area. Oh, we don't have to worry about that. Scanning the area is just a piece of cake for me, you know. Alright, I found a source of water to the west of here. Not only that, but it seems there's a city there. Let's go there first. You need to rest too, right, John? Water sounds really good right now. Yes, I agree with you, Senpai. Let's look for some cold water.
Alright. Section 1. Alright, so we will continue on through Camelot in the next episode. So, I will see you guys then. Bye!